and welcome back to the Anova Peterson Life with Cancer YouTube channel. My name is Evie. I hope you guys have been enjoying these Pilates videos so far. Today is day 4. Our workout today is going to be focused mainly on our core strength and mobility throughout our hips, our back, our core. For today's workout, you're going to need a chair and a mat. We're going to be doing most of our exercises seated in a chair. So go ahead and grab that, and whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and get started with our warm-up. Okay, before we begin with our warm-up, let's make sure we set our posture. So go ahead and just get seated in a chair that is comfortable. For all these exercises, we want to really focus on having a good upright posture and engaging our core for all these exercises. So make sure you're seated upright, shoulders are down, chest is up, and our core is engaged. We're just going to start with some neck stretches. We're going to start going side to side, moving in the range of motion that is comfortable. Just back and forth, feeling that through your neck and a little bit into your shoulder. Go ahead and switch to looking down and up. Again, only doing what is comfortable. Moving slowly. And last one. For our next exercise, you're going to want to turn to the side, so face side. You're going to move a little bit towards the edge of your chair and put your hands to support yourself underneath your legs. And then super slowly and gently, you're just going to roll back a little bit and feel your core really engaged. And then go ahead and sit back and reset to our upright posture. Again, only going back as far as to where you still feel control and your core engaging. Making sure you're sitting all the way up, our shoulders are up, our chest is opening at the top. I'm going to do a couple more. Making sure you're holding it for a second at the bottom to feel that core engagement. And last one. Go ahead and turn back to the front. We have one more exercise for our warm-up. For this one, we're just going to be reaching our arm and adding in a slight lean to the opposite side. Only raising your arm as far as is comfortable to you, making sure you're feeling that core work as you twist to the side and bring it back to center. Good job. Feeling that stretch throughout your side body. We're going to do one more to each side. And last one. That is it for our warm-up. For our next few exercises, we are going to stay in our seated position, our nice upright posture. For our first movement, we're going to take our arms down by our sides. Our palms are going to be facing the front. And for this exercise, you're going to make sure you want your shoulders to stay in that neutral position. Don't let them come up, but keep them nice and relaxed. And you're just going to go ahead and press your arms to the back of the room, feeling that squeeze in your upper back, keeping our nice upright posture, core engaged, so that the only thing moving is our arms. Good. Making sure you're moving slow and controlled, not rushing. We're going to do a couple more. last one. Pressing to the back and down. Go ahead and keep this position. For our next move, we're going to be doing the same thing, but instead of going that full range of motion, you're going to hold at the top, and we're just going to do slight lifts, keeping our arms engaged the whole time. Good. Really feeling that tension start to build in your upper back, engaging our core. We're going to do a couple more. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower down, relax those arms. For our next movement, we're going to be shifting a little bit, starting to engage our lower abs and our hips. So you go ahead and scooch forward a little bit on your chair. We're just going to be lifting our legs and reaching for our knee. You're just going to pull it in to where it feels about comfortable, and then lowering down. Feeling a stretch throughout your hips. Again, keeping our core stable so that we're only lifting our legs. Good. We're going to do a few more on each leg. Really getting in that nice hip mobility. Okay, one more to each side. Last one. And good. You're going to stay kind of in that same position on your chair. For this next exercise, you're going to want to widen your stance a little bit so your feet aren't as close together to whatever is just a comfortable resting position for you. I like to put my hands on my hips, and you can go ahead and press your knees to the back, so also feeling your glutes engaged and your hip muscles. Again, another good hip mobility exercise. And as always, feeling that core brace to support yourself. Good job. We have a few more. Keep focusing on taking deep breaths. Last couple. One more. Good job. We're going to stay in this same kind of position, except we're going to pulse instead of doing our full range of motion. So you can go ahead and get into that open position, and you're just going to do small movements here. Still focusing on that control. Only moving very slightly here. Feeling that tension. Bracing our core. Good job. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Our next movement is going to be a little bit more upper body focused again. So you can go ahead and place your hands. I like to turn my fingers in so I feel a little bit of support. You're going to want to make sure for this exercise, it's super important that we're not hunching over, but our whole upper body is in line. And you're just going to want to do sort of a push-up motion. So you're going to lean forward, bending at our elbows, only as far as is comfortable, and then push up. Really feeling that in your upper body. And it's super important, again, to keep that straight line throughout our whole spine. Keeping our head in a neutral position so that we're not putting any pressure on our back. Good job. We're going to do 3 more. Really slow and controlled. Last one. And good. You can go ahead and rest. Shake out those arms a little bit if you need to. We're going to sit back little bit more for these next couple moves, making sure, again, we're just really focusing on our posture, even as we start to get a little bit fatigued in any of these movements. For this one, you can go ahead and set our position. So we're gonna bring our arms kind of behind our head. If this feels uncomfortable at all, you can also keep your hands at your shoulders or your hips, just whatever feels most natural to you. And then we're gonna just go ahead and really focus on using our core here. So make sure your feet are in a comfortable position, firmly planted on the ground so we feel nice and stable throughout our whole body. You're just gonna go ahead and reach your elbow to your opposite knee, only lowering down as far as you can. You don't actually have to touch your elbow to your knee, but kind of that motion of just lowering. And as you're kind of doing that twist and then returning back to center, you should really feel your core working hard to keep your body super stable. Good job. Even if you're only slightly moving forward, you'll still feel your core engaged and really be working those muscles. We're going to do one more. And go ahead and relax. Great job. We have one more movement for our chair series. For this one, you're going to lift, you're going to straighten one leg, and as you're doing that, you're going to take that opposite arm and you're going to rotate to the back. So we're really engaging our full body. You should feel that your leg muscles working as you're straightening it. And again, that core, feeling our connection throughout our whole body. Always coming back to our center position. Making sure it's opposite arm and opposite leg. Good job. We're going to be doing a few more here. Making sure to keep our upright posture even if we're feeling a little bit fatigued. And last one. Amazing job. That is it for our chair portion of this workout. For our last few exercises, we're going to go ahead and sit down and lay all the way down on the ground. So either grab a mat or a couch, whatever is going to be comfortable to you. Once we're in our nice seated position, we're going to start again with some rollbacks, kind of like how we did on the chair, but we're just going to be doing these on the ground this time. So you can go ahead and have a slight bend in your knees wherever is most comfortable to you. Go ahead and place our hands underneath our legs. Again, same with as we were doing in the chair, we want that good upright posture. And you're just going to lower back slightly, feeling our core brace at the bottom, kind of rounding our shoulders. And then pressing all the way back up to a straight back position. Feeling that tension at the bottom, really bracing. And then sitting up. Moving super slowly. Only going as far back to where you still feel that control. Last one. And then from here, you can go ahead and lay all the way back. You're going to want to keep your knees bent so that our feet are nice and planted into the ground. And you're also going to want to really press our whole back into the ground. You can go ahead and bring your hands by your side. And we are just going to alternate legs, extending out to a straight leg position, or as far as you can, where you still feel your core muscles working and our back is fully pressed into the ground. If you're straightening out your leg and start to feel your back come off the mat, Go ahead and stop wherever that is and bring it back. As always, moving slowly and with control. We're going to do one more on each leg. Last one. Good job. For our next exercise, you can go ahead and keep one knee bent and go ahead and straighten out that other leg so it's just resting on the floor. Again, pressing our palms down to our side and pressing our back against the mat. For this one, you're just going to do a very small lift. So you're lifting your foot off the ground and lowering. It doesn't need to be a big movement, just a very slight lift to really use our core muscles and relax. Keep taking deep breaths. We're going to do a few more on this leg. You got it. And 3, 2, last one. Good. Go ahead and relax that leg all the way. You can go ahead and bend and then straighten our opposite leg. We're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Slight lift and relax. Movement. And 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You can go ahead and relax. Shake out our legs at all if you need to. Feel that nice stretch. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and sit up. Just going to do a quick stretch here. Just go ahead and sit in whatever position is comfortable to you. We're just going to take one arm, bring our other across, and we're just going to feel that nice stretch throughout our upper body. Go ahead and switch arms. Shake out our arms at all if you need to. But that is all I have for you. Great job. I hope you guys enjoyed this workout and really feel more mobile, more strong after this. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you again in day 5.